You don't have to raise your hand, but anybody have OCD? You know what OCD is? Obsessive compulsive disorder. I used to be a bit self-righteous and kind of smirk when I know people had OCD because I knew I didn't have any. And now I know I absolutely have some, and I totally sympathize with other people. I'm pretty chill. There aren't many things that can get to me and get me upset. But one thing is my car. Last car I drove, I had it 14 times in to be repaired. I won't tell you what kind it was, but don't get that kind. 14 times in 4 years, so I went a little bit higher this time, bought a little more expensive car, and have been thrilled with it. About a year ago, when I opened the door handle to get out of the car, the handle broke. I thought, that was odd. This never happened to me before. I called up the guy, and they said, yeah, no problem, we can fix it in a couple of days, and they did so. On Thursday, the same thing happened. I opened the car door handle broke. Either you have to crawl over the console, or you have to turn the car back on, roll the window down, reach out, open the car door, keep the car running, roll the window up, get out, and proceed with your day. I called the guy up, and he said, we can get you in Monday. This was Thursday. I said, by Monday I'll be divorced. Can't we do something quicker than that? Well, I'm still doing it. But I've developed a routine, and this is the routine. You keep the car running, you roll the window down, open the door, roll the window back up, close the door, and then what I do when I first start this, I put a smile on my face. And when I'm done with this procedure, I force a laugh. And I thought, you know what? This is a better way to deal with it. When it first happened, I was at Superstore. And I got caught in traffic. Some guy parked right in front of the store with his big truck, waiting for his wife to come out. And it irritated me to know. I beat the horn at him, shook my fist at him, and I thought, boy, you haven't done that for a long time, and I knew what it was. It was the car door. And you better develop a better way to deal with this, or you will be divorced by Monday morning. I came across this quote this week in one of the books that I was reading by William James. The greatest weapon against stress is our ability to choose one thought over another. And that's true. OCD, lots of things in our life, our brain works in mysterious ways. And lots of times we focus on the things that we shouldn't be focused on. And we respond to things in a natural, what seems to be a natural way. We are taught to respond to certain events in our life in a negative way. And we respond with frustration and anger, and that's why we do the things that we do. The greatest weapon against stress is our ability to choose one thought over another. You know what PTSD is? PTSD is post-traumatic stress disorder. And some of you probably have it or have experienced it. What it really is having a traumatic event happening and not being able to let it go. Thinking about it over and over and over again, and you're going to have some problems. You're going to have some troubles. If I let that car door bother me, if I hadn't put a smile on my face and forced a laugh, the laugh is coming easier after the 26th time. It gets easier. It would have destroyed my weekend. How many people destroy their lives by responding in the same way that one of their parents responded to a negative event in their life? We have the baptism of Jesus. This is one of my favorite texts in the Bible. And the story of Jesus being baptized by John in the Jordan River. And when he came up out of the water, the heavens opened up and a dove came upon him. The Spirit of God came upon him like a dove. And a voice came and said, "This is my beloved Son, with whom I am well pleased." This is one of the things that we should lift up in our own lives. Wouldn't it be awesome if every morning when we woke up, the heavens opened up and a voice came down to you and said, "You are my child, and I am pleased with you." What could go wrong the rest of the day? Okay? I could be trapped permanently in that car. And if I knew and remembered that I was God's son, and God is pleased with me, what difference does anything else make in our lives? The ability to choose one thought over another. The ability to choose positive thoughts about your life is one of the most important things that you can do. When a death happens in our family, we can think about the events that happened right around the time of death, or we can think about all of the years that led up to the death. We can live with regrets that happened before or at the time since the death. Or we can lift up the positive thoughts and memories. And that's what I tell people to do. Lift up the positive memories. And the fact that your heart is hurting is a sign that you were very close to this person and they touched you in such a profound way. Lift up the memories. Lift up the joy. Lift up the happiness. This is the way for us to go through our lives.